Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be upgrading the ocean water in my Lego city once again. I recently did it with medium azure and trans light blue tiles with one continuous wave created with cheese slopes. And I realized that I could probably do it better if I ordered different pieces. So that's what I've been doing. I've ordered pieces from all around the world, and slowly but surely they've been arriving. You can see them here on my little table. So all of these pieces are different colors. There's medium azure, blue, dark blue, and then also some tan and dark tan elements that are going to help me upgrade the sand on the beach as well. So the first thing that I have to do today is just sort of make these pieces more accessible by organizing them into little containers, and that's going to help me upgrade this water more efficiently. So why don't we get started with that? I honestly don't think there's anything worse than having bags of Lego. I don't like reaching in and grabbing the parts out of the bag. It's so much easier just to grab it out of the container. That's why I always like to put my stuff in containers. But it is nice when you order pieces from Bricklink and they come all bagged out by size and by color. So it's a quick and easy sort, right? That's always a huge positive. But yeah, just getting all of these blue pieces sorted into the Dollarama containers that I deemed useless, but they're actually pretty convenient because they're like compartmentalized for different piece sizes or colors. Those pieces all sorted look pretty awesome, don't they? I love all the different shades of blue. Pretty cool. And you know what? My main focus is the smaller pieces, the 1x1s and the 1x2s, because those pieces are the ones that are going to work together to add the majority of the detail. There's a lot of water over here. That's a lot of plate and a lot of tile. And you know what? I've never built water like we're going to build it today. So I want to start with a small trial, and I'm actually going to do that right over here where we have a thin strip of water by the boardwalk. So here we go. Strip off all the old stuff and replace it with the new stuff. Bye-bye all the 2x4 medium azure that I found on the pad wall. And hello, all of the blue and dark blue. And a plethora of tiles. Actually, you know what? We're going to be using more tiles than before because that wave is no longer going to go through the entire ocean. So I guarantee I'm going to run out of tiles because in my backstock, I only have maybe like 100 spare. So I'm going to run out of trans light blue tiles once again, and I guarantee there's going to be some other part constraints, but hey, thankfully we can just order whatever we need off Bricklink. So what do you prefer? The before, where it's the medium azure, a really bright color of water, or the new, which is blue and dark blue, and also smaller transparent waves compared to one long continuous wave in dark blue and also transparent. I think I prefer the new version, and the reason is because this represents shallow water and the boardwalk should have deep water, and the deepest water is represented by those two colors. And also the long continuous wave is not very realistic at all, and I really like the way that the pieces are mixed together, so we have a nice mixture of colors beneath the tiles. And I think it's going to look better also when we complete the water over here, because over here is going to have a mixture of all four colors. The medium azure, the dark azure, then blue, and then dark blue. Well, it might not get down to dark blue over here because the water's not going to be very deep over here, but for sure it'll go to dark blue over here. So over here by the sailboat, we're going to have a mixture of all four colors. And I think once we have a mixture of all four colors in the deeper portions of the ocean, over here will make sense. I mean, it doesn't pop as much. It's definitely not as colorful, but it is more realistic in my opinion. So that is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the outcome of the first little section there. I cleared out the rest of the brick in the tile that made the water over here by the boardwalk. And then I laid the blue and dark blue underlying plate. Then a little bit of wave action. With that all tiled off, it's looking pretty good, but there's still one thing that needs to be addressed. And that's this weird green base plate over here by the very colorful pillar. This pillar cannot be removed. It is actually a telebeam that is supporting the roof. To everybody that keeps asking me what this is. It's a telebeam surrounded by Lego. But I'm actually going to extend the boardwalk so it goes up against the water there and fills in a chunk of that green base plate. That cleans up this area quite nicely. Now, I didn't extend the gold flex tubing railing because I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. specifically the black connector elements. I wish I had those in light gray. And also, if I wanted to extend that railing onto this little platform over here, I would have to cut the gold flex tubing. I might be changing that, so for now, I'm just going to leave it. But definitely this water is looking substantially better and more realistic. Plus, I just love the stonework that we did on this stone boardwalk, I guess. It's not really a boardwalk. It's not made from wood, but that's what I'm going to call it. Something completely random just happened in my day, and it's not the best news I've ever heard, that's for sure. So last night, my dog, Stella, she was having these like coughing fits, and it continued into this morning. So I phoned the vet to get her checked out, obviously, because I don't want my dog to have coughing fits, right? So I went to the vet, and I was there for, 2 hours actually. And she had to get x-rays because they didn't know exactly what it was. And I always knew, like, we knew that Stella has a heart murmur. We found that out a couple of years ago. And I guess her heart recently has been overcompensating for that heart murmur, and now she has too big of a heart. So her heart is bigger than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 10.5, whatever that means, and it's 11.4. I got an x-ray. So yeah, I guess Stella's on heart medication now for the rest of her life. So yeah, pretty sad news today. Got that when I was midway through the ocean there. So that's pretty rough for me and Jose. But my girl here, Stella, who can sit, right, Stella? Can you sit? Good girl. It's already 8.5 years old. You're an old lady. Yeah, big brave girl at the vet today. All right, though, look at that. We're ready to bring on the tiles. I will say, though, I am going to run out of these clear cheese slopes to do the waves, and I wish I had clear 1x2 plates. I actually have these. I could try and create bigger waves. These are 2x2 slopes. Make some large waves. Maybe we could do something different with that. But if I had 1x2 plates, which I have a few of actually, there's actually a good amount of them there. I could create some water that's sort of washed up onto the shore that looks better than just using the 1x2 transitive tiles. You know, like the foam from the wave almost. Maybe not foam, but just like a little bit of water that slides back off the wet sand back into the ocean. And I could also use those plates to raise up my wave plate, just to give it a little bit more height. When I placed my bricklink orders, I also got some of these. Curved slopes, 1x2, tan, and dark tan. Those add a nice texture to the beach. And also some more dark tan plate, just to add more wet sand effect. Yeah, I think those add a nice touch. And so does the water. It's all tiled off now as well. And I also decided to modify the plate underneath the Ferris wheel. So this is all dealt with as well. It's got some of the medium azure, dark azure, and then it transitions into blue and dark blue. And that should blend together with the water over here by the boardwalk. Grumpy boy Benjamin. You want to check out Dad's water? A huge improvement. I love the look of the waves. Specifically when they're raised up, that looks way better. You're going to have to get some trans clear 1x2 plates so I can do that everywhere. It looks a lot better. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess that looks pretty sweet. Maybe I should put some cheese slopes there as well. Going to put those on my next order as well. And then this is just really nice. Looks different from the water over here. And once again, I think that's going to make more sense once I actually complete it and we have some more of that dark blue color over here, so it matches. Got some dark blue here indicating depth, and then you can sort of see that over there, because right now it looks sort of random, but when we get more of it, it won't be random. But yeah, that's such a big improvement. What do you think, Benjamin? Big improvement or what, buddy? No, he doesn't think so. You got your grape? Nice. Oh no, he's been a grumpy boy lately, that's for sure. In addition to Stella's cough every 10 minutes last night, it was Benjamin crying every 30 minutes. It was not a good night. That is for sure. Oh, looks like you got some alignment issues here. Have to take care of that when it's all said and done. Tico, we should have became veterinarians, buddy. Your sister has to go for x-rays every 4 months, and she's on a medication that costs $105 a month. Holy crow. That's crazy. This lady here is so close to crawling, aren't you, Mill? You're so close to crawling that she'll never do it for the camera. Oh. I love your outfit. It's nice. I like your brother's too. I sort of want matching pants. Hey, buddy? Yeah, Mill. I filmed the Super Star Destroyer review the other day, and I just left my Star Destroyer on the ground. Check it out. It used to be the world's longest Lego set. I believe the Titanic is now the world's longest Lego set. This thing is, 4 feet, 1 inch, I think? Crazy, eh? And then right across from it, we have the world's tallest Lego set. And then right beside that, there's another Lego set that's one of the world's most repetitive Lego sets. There you go. They hand in hand right there. They're like, how you doing? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Just a little bit of repetition. No big deal. So I'm trying to determine whether or not I'm going to do the rest of this today. We're only about halfway done because these are really thin strips of water. And I've got to take all of this off and then do the dark blue, regular blue, dark azure, medium azure. And then do the texture on the sand, which obviously won't take long. And then redo all that. Now the hard part is actually going to be doing the lighthouse. I've got to transfer that onto a different onto a different base plate that has the underlying plate. And I have to determine what colors we're going to do under there. Right now it's on a dark blue base plate, which is super cool. But I have to determine what color we're going to do under there, if it's going to match with the flowing colors through here, and then decide what colors are going to go over here as well, because the creek is based on black. So I've got to determine what colors will be in this area over here, maybe a little bit of shallows in here, like the medium azure, and transition into dark azure and then sort of flow through. But that's going to be just a little bit more difficult. I've decided to do the easy stuff today because I'm not going to continue doing this today. That's a lot of time required to do that. It's already 4:30, so I don't really feel like doing that today. What else could I do today? I don't really know. Some people have mentioned that what I should do, despite, just to close that drawer there, despite the fact that there's a train station right here, we should build another train station right here that services this line. And I agree, because this train station does service this line, but maybe not as well as it should, because I have to have the Disney train parked here because it can't pass through that train station without some heavy modifications. So technically it can't operate on this line right now. So maybe what I should do is sort of replicate this and put that underneath here, or bring this over. This is another suggestion, and somehow connect the two stations. But I'm a huge fan of the idea of connecting, or of sort of creating a similar station for the bottom and then just having the stairs go up top. So then this station now services the ground line and also the raised line. I think that's a brilliant idea. So thank you for the comments. Oh man, how my life has changed. Hey, I was just thinking about what I said in one of the previous clips. I'm like, it's 4:30. There's no way I can get the rest of that water done. Times have changed. Seriously, that's crazy. It's 4:30. I can't get the water done. What are you talking about, Bricksie? Oh my gosh. It's funny, but I used to wake up and then I'd start doing my Lego stuff immediately, and I'd go until 6 or 7 o'clock, and then I'd hang out with Jose for the rest of the night, right? But now my day is sort of different. Now I wake up at 6 a.m. and I deal with babies from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. Then I start my day working, and then I have to help with kids when we do the bathing process, which starts at 6 o'clock after their dinner, which is at 5 o'clock. And that usually lasts until about 7:45 roughly. And then I hang out with Jose after that. So I feel like a lot of the time that I used to spend down here building Lego and creating videos is now allocated to my children, which is awesome because obviously seeing my children grow up and making sure they're healthy and making sure they know who this guy is more important than building Lego. But we still managed to get a lot done in a day, I feel. You know, because now it's almost 5 o'clock and I haven't edited yet, and I've got to see the babies, and I've got to hang out with the wife too, right? Can't have the only interaction for the day with my wife telling her about Stella and how we did at the vet. That's not good, right? That's not healthy. I'm going to be doing the lighting. I was thinking to myself, it's going to be water today or lighting. And I went with water because the beach was driving me crazy. And I don't know if I'm going to do 2 days of water or not. I might want to change it up, so I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Either way, as you can probably tell, I'm wrapping up this vlog here. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on by. I hope you enjoyed my video. And yeah, upgraded water. It's coming along brilliantly. I love it. Thank you guys so much for coming on by. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.